Hello and welcome to track 2. And this is the playoff for positions 3 and 4, I think. My name is Melodrama.
And I am Mr. Mayhem.
And playing today, we have Inner West Roller Derby League, and they are up against
the West Side Derby Dolls. They are sporting the pink and blue today, West Side Derby Dolls.
You know, I really want to tell you who's playing for Inner West. Let me just look over your shoulder, Mr. Mayhem.
Have a look at my cheat sheet here. I need a bit of a cheat sheet.
Hips Don't Lies, Vixen Vaporizer, Ginger Roger, Boxy Lady, Luna Doom, Ruby Menace, Loose Cannon, Chevy Chase, Bonnie Doom, Lee Rex, Crushy Amplet, Velvet Whiplash, Teratoma and Lioness. And on the bench we have Rampage in the front bench and Bernie Ouchie in the back bench.
Righto, let's go down through the lineup for West Side Derby Dolls, pink and blue. We've got Rory Spilmore, Crotch Candy, Crosby Wilson Smash, Susie Quantro, Scrim Henson, Sadistic Smell, Chronic Jack Payne, Murderface, Chuka, Goldie Box Kapow, Billy Kaleido, Belter Skelter, and the benchies, Penalty Mutton, Lady Word.
And Inner West starting with Luna Doom, experienced jammer there for Inner West.
As number 7, Rory Spilmore lining up for the first jam for West Side Derby Dolls in pink and blue.
They have a confusing name, I feel, Mr. Mayhem. We should come up with a name for them ourselves. Luna Doom getting lead jammer.
Rory Spilmore not far behind her.
Inner West reforming the wall, deciding that they want to bust up the Dolls. On the bench, very clear bench managing happening from Inner West. Call being the call. So they called it.
That one, they did indeed. That was a great call because they restricted Rory Spilmore from scoring any points. They take the jam at 2-0.
And I've just looked over to the sideline there and seen Murderface, one of the prolific jammers for the West Side Derby Dolls, standing off track though. No skates on, just running shoes on her feet. So we won't have the privilege of seeing her jam today.
Number 99, Belter Skelter, lining up for West Side, pink and blue.
We've got Boxy Lady. They're trying to get past that solid wall of blockers.
I don't know about you, Melodrama. I'm very excited to be here. This is the largest roller derby tournament in the world, 2016 Great Southern Slam.
We've seen some fantastic derby here as well. Some hilarious names, some terrific plays, and met some very nice people. But Boxy Lady starting off this jam with a track cut, clutching at her nose, looking like she's hurt herself a bit. But Boxy has had a few troubles with track cuts. She's still finding her feet as a jammer. A lot of pressure there as the second highest rotation jammer for Inner West.
Meanwhile, Belter Skelter, number 99, is through for her first scoring pass. It's a 5-point pass and she calls off the jam. Happy with the points.
So, Mr. Mayhem, a curious tactic there. They had the power jam. They had lead jam. They could have kept doing scoring passes, but instead decided to stop.
Yeah, it does look like there's a bit of tactics there. I think they're happy to start this jam as a power jam straight from the go.
And that just means that Crosby has an initial pass to complete.
That is definitely correct.
I'm going to assume that there's a tactic I'm not aware of.
Let's assume so. Meanwhile,
we're starting on the pivot line.
Crosby through for the initial pass. I don't think it's going to make a difference. She's straight through. Let's see how many points she can put on the board, meaning she gets an extra point for the jammer in the bin.
Boxy Lady standing in the bin, taking the jammer panty off. Looks like she's ready to hand it over to the pivot. The pivot today, Bonnie Doom in this jam. Bonnie Doom, older sister of Luna Doom.
Crosby wheels and smash. We're just going to call her Crosby for short. That's a 5-point pass.
Boxy Lady not wanting to hand the star over to Bonnie Doom. Keeps going herself.
So the last two jams, West Side Derby Dolls, hit it and quit it sort of roller derby, just taking the points, calling off the jam, trying to stop Inner West from putting any points on the board.
That's as good as scoring points, really?
Well, really, that's kind of how you win the game. You have to score more points than the opposition. So if you're going to shut down the opposition scoring points, you've got a pretty good start to taking out the game.
Muttley being the bench manager for the West Side. That's the happiest I've seen him look all weekend.
Wait till the after party. Meanwhile, Rory Spilmore, 07, comes out firing. These girls have come to play Westside Derby Dolls in the pink and blue.
Velvet Whiplash skipping her way through on the inside line.
Rory Spilmore coming up for her scoring pass. She does it with ease on the outside. Oh, she's calling off the jam. She had one more blocker to overtake. Happy with 3. But by taking the early call, has stopped Inner West from scoring themselves.
One of the West Side blockers, Goldie, sent to the penalty box. One of the West Side blockers, Kapow, about to come out of the penalty box. Lee Rex for Inner West about to come out of the penalty box. Ginger Rogers still sitting in there. So 2-2 going on with the blockers. Luna Doom faking to the outside for Inner West.
4-2-5. Chronic back. Chronic Jacobane, excuse me, comes out firing. She's lead jammer for her first jam of her day.
Luna, not the lead jammer. She wants to catch up though. Chronic Jacobane getting to the outside line, going past I'm not sure how many hips, calling that jam off nice and quick, giving Luna no opportunity.
Chronic Jacobane suggested she's got 2. The jammer ref just confirmed with the outside pack ref there.
You got to love a helpful jammer, don't you?
You do. You got to love a helpful jammer, and she's actually correct in this stage. The jammer ref Craig holds up 2 fingers, 2 points for West Side Derby Dolls.
How low is that?
How low can you go?
Helter Skelter, practically sitting on the ground there. Boxy Lady getting down low, but nowhere near as that. Boxy pushing through that 3 wall.
Belter Skelter has a pretty low centre of gravity to start with.
Belter Skelter getting around the block of Lioness.
Belter Skelter on the inside. Gets a bit of help from her pivots. Goldie blocks.
Terrific effort there to take Boxy Lady out, but she had gone out as well, so Boxy able to re-enter the track without having to go around her. That jam called off. Boxy Lady, no opportunities. 2 points added to Westside. They are serious about winning. They are calling it off as quickly as they can.
Chronic Jack Payne there. Happy with 2. Just a quick score recap. Westside Derby Dolls out to 17. Inner West on 2.
And for those of you listening at home, it's not like Mr. Mayhem has difficulty with numbers. It's that we actually cannot see the scoreboard. If we were maybe 7.5 feet tall, we probably could crane around and see it.
No, let's be honest, I do have troubles with numbers. I'm going to call that for a 15-point lead so far to Westside, but
Velvet Whiplash in front though. She will be hoping to put some points on the board, but I bet you that she's going to do it and then call it off. That's my very cunning strategy, derby brain.
And you are on the money, Melodrama. Absolutely taking the points, hit it and quit it.
This is what we're going to keep seeing. I imagine the only time that we're not going to see that happen is when there are blockers in the penalty box that they want to get out.
Now, I had the privilege of seeing Westside play a little bit earlier, and that was yesterday. And they were using the star pass to advantage there to get out of the initial pass. Let's see if that happens today. Number 7, Rory Spilmore. Actually, the battle of the 7s. Rory Spilmore, number 7.
Up against Luna Doom, 07. Luna unable to get past those blockers yet. Half a lap behind Rory.
Rory Spilmore coming up for her scoring pass. She gets knocked out. She does call the jam off. Just looking at the fingers from the jammer, if that is 3 points there for Rory Spilmore. This is a very tactical game so far. Both teams cool, calm and concise. Melodrama.
It's fun derby to watch. This is at the pointy end, of course, of the tournament. This is the last game that will be played by either of those 2 teams, I believe.
Correct. We are in the playoffs for 3rd and 4th in Division 2 in the 2016 Great Southern Slam.
Inner West love a good trophy. They usually fill it with Slurpee.
And as they should. Meanwhile, that's Belter Skelter, the jammer for Westside, has been called for a forearm penalty. She's got 30 seconds to think about what she's done.
And that gives Boxy Lady all the opportunities to score. But those Westside blockers have other things in mind. They are wanting to hold her back, pushing her to the inside, now to the outside. Boxy trying to get past on the outside. Finally gets her hips past. But then those blockers reform. Boxy hit in the face again.
There's a big hit by number 8, Goldie Blocks from Westside.
Boxy definitely injured there. Very upset about the call. That's the second hit to her face that wasn't seen or penalised.
A lot of effort for no points there. Double donuts.
Inner Western a power jam still. Luna Doom will take the honours as the jammer.
Not for long though. Number 99, Belter Skelter in the penalty box has stood up and she's ready to go. And Belter Skelter enters the track.
A mere second later, Luna Doom unable to complete her initial pass yet. Holding those blockers on her chest.
Oh, Belter Skelter on the outside. Tiniest the gap. Gets through lead jammer west side. Number 99, Belter Skelter in the pink and blue, doing a fantastic job jamming for west side.
Belter Skelter with a very low centre of gravity there. Question about whether Luna got any points. No, she did not. 0 points to both sides.
That was surprising. I thought both jammers got through there, but the referee's right on track there in the best position to make the call.
It was a bit of a letdown, a let off there for Inner West. Starting off in the power start, not able to get the lead jammer status though, but able to finish it with a 0-all advantage.
127, Crosby, Wheels and Smash, jamming.
And she's up against Velvet in the dark colours for Inner West.
Now this is traditional rollover. You've got two separate walls, two separate teams of defence. Both teams are doing a fantastic job of defence and holding that jammer back.
Ginger having to bridge the two packs to make sure it's all one engagement zone. All blockers back on the track.
Big hit by Goldie Blocks, knocking the jammer for Inner West. That is number 77, Velvet Whiplash, knocking her to the outside. Both
Bonnie Doom trying to slow Crosby down, unable to do that.
Meanwhile, Crosby through the pack. She will approach for her scoring pass. Oh, Crosby gets a big hit. Knocks to the ground, calling off the jam. Let's see how many points Crosby got. She got 4.
That was a chest full of ginger right there.
A chest full of ginger. Well, we've all been in that situation at some time of our life. Back on track number 4 to 5, jamming for the pink and blue team. That is Chronic Jack Payne. Welcome back.
And an official review underway. Gives us a terrific opportunity to say thank you to Spank Alley. Spank Alley have an awesome range of onesies, hoodies, chicks in bowls merch, compression pants, left turn clothing and other things. If you're not at TGSS and you want to take advantage of the TGSS specials, jump on Facebook or Instagram and then get a friend to buy the stuff.
And a big shout out to 425 Chronic Jack Payne's mum. She
hi, Mrs. Payne.
Hello, Mrs. Payne.
Or is it Mrs. Jack Payne?
Oh, Mrs. Jack.
Oh.
Sitting there watching at home. Chronic Jack Payne waving to the camera saying, "G'day to mum back home."
So do you think that her mum is Mrs. Jack and her dad's a Payne?
I would suggest she would say so.
Good to be clear about these family lineages.
Well, let's getting back to Spank Alley. They are also the suppliers of all those magnificent armbands, those wetsuit type cooler, Velcro, easy on, easy off armbands that everyone is sporting at the moment. Sensational work for Spank Alley.
Luna Doom jamming for Inner West.
Chronic Jack Payne on the outside. Yes, sees the gap. That is great skating by Bonic Jack Payne, getting a bit of help from mum back home.
She's channeling the glitter as she goes around turn 1. Luna Doom shortly behind her. A bit of a slip there. This cold weather on this smooth floor.
This is
making
a fast,
things slippery.
very fast pack. Chronic Jack Payne calling off the jam on the outside. Manages to get past 3 dark blue blockers and takes 3 points for that jam. Jam by jam. That's how this game is going to be won. The score is 27-6. Quite a low-scoring game so far. No blowouts, no blowout jams, no power jams have gone large so far.
No, but a very fast pace.
Huge pace.
Both teams have played 3 other games now. 4 other games, in fact.
Well, this is their West Side's 4th game for the tournament. They've so far, I think, they've been undefeated. I'll get back to that stat as Rory Spillmore. That is great jamming from Rory Spillmore on the outside line. Lee Jammer, she's coming around for some points. I'll get back to those stats in just a moment.
Foxy Lady scooting around the outside, panty in hand. 3 points added for West Side.
So, West Side Derby Dolls in the pink and blue. The first game up was a very tight one against Central Coast. They took that out by 2 points, 183 to 181. Their second game was against Otway. They did convincingly well there, 234 to 113. They got them to the semis, and they beat Western Sydney 209 to 126. So at the moment, I believe, if my stats are correct, West Side Derby Dolls undefeated so far. Huge shout out to my stack technician.
Called Pen.
Called Ink and Pen, copy and paste. Meanwhile, back on track, Melodrama, what is happening?
Linda Doom was just barged off the track there, but she's managed to recover well and is lead jammer. Inner West Blockers managing to hold back Belter Skelter, which is no mean feat, as we have seen already. Chevy Chase sent to the penalty box for just said task. 4 points added to Inner West score, and they call that jam off.
Yeah, that's a nice jam for Luna Doom. Just getting a couple of points back, stopping the momentum of West Side.
And Mr. Mayhem, it is a tradition here at the Inner West that we do say hello to Mama and Papa Doom.
Mama and Papa Doom. How are Mama and Papa Doom?
They are the parental units of Luna Doom and Bonnie Doom. Inner West's favourite Dooms.
Everyone loves a bit of Doom in their house. G'day to every Doom watching at the moment.
Velvet Whiplash through as lead jammer. She has had a terrific tournament. It's probably hard to tell Mr. Mayhem, but Velvet Whiplash had really only jammed for 1 or 2 games before coming to TGSS.
No way. You would never believe that. She is on fire.
When you consider that she is jamming against the calibre of blockers that she has now, it is quite an achievement.
That's the great thing about this fantastic tournament. Every 2 years, the equivalent of the national titles, it places different teams against each other to get a bit of experience. Everybody learns something at the Great Southern Slam. And I can tell you what I've learned at this Great Southern Slam.
What have you learnt, Mr. Mayhem?
Well, yesterday was Onesie Sunday, right?
Who doesn't love onesie Sunday?
And if you are going to be dressed out in a onesie, you, hot tip, get the onesie with the buttons at the front. Hot tip.
I was thinking with the bum flap. It's very cold here.
Yeah, the bum flap's also a good tip, but there is plenty of action to keep everyone warm on track at the moment. Let's get back to some action as
Luna Doom shoving those blockers, trying to get past them.
it does look like West Side is out for lead jammer. That is
Rory Spillmore.
That is correct. That is 07. Rory Spillmore having a cracker day so far.
Luna Doom trying to catch up. Inner West Ball holding her back, having to call that jam off. 1 point added to West Side. Blockers doing a fantastic job from Inner West, holding back that tide.
The score is 31-12 West Side. Still anyone's game. Still a very low scoring game. It is a 4.5 point jam each jam.
Well, there's still 13 minutes left in this first half. This is the last game for both of these teams.
Both jammers getting very, very low. Unable to see any numbers, but is Chronic Jack Payne.
Up against Boxy Lady. Boxy Lady engaging that 3-wall in the front there. Chronic Jack Payne managing to topple Hips Don't Lies, climbing over the top there and getting through for lead jammer.
And Chronic Jack Payne through for the initial. Let's see how many points she can put on the board. Will she hit it and quit it, or will she keep going?
Boxy Lady nearly past 9:03 Kapow. Called for a track cut.
This gives Chronic Jack Payne a power jam, but she may have been unaware of that because she's just called off the jam. But she takes 4 points anyway, so Westside will start with a power jam situation.
Inner West going to focus on their blockers. Chevy Chase, Lee Rex, Luna Doom wearing the pivot stripe, and Ginger Rogered. You got to have a sneaky feeling that when Boxy Lady comes out of that penalty box, there might be a panty pass.
You would say so. Let's keep an eye on that. Let's see what happens. Meanwhile, the Belter Skelter by herself trying to bludgeon her way through. I thought she was through because she gets trapped in the triangle. She pulls her out around the outside. Yes, Belter Skelter is now able to score for Westside.
Inner West rewarming a wall of four. Luna breaking away, doing the assist. Belter Skelter caused that jam off, but Boxy Lady had joined the track. No more power jam.
A very well drilled team for both sides, actually.
Precision timing.
Well, that was Inner West's initial pass that weren't even managed to get through. So Belter Skelter could have blazed away and got a few more points on the board, but no, Westside had just one lap, hit it and quit it. Melodrama, just talk through what just happened on track.
Rampage, very excited. That's all you need to know, really. It's Rampage.
With a bit of flair.
People may be surprised that he used that amount of flair. I personally am surprised he didn't do it earlier.
Very entertaining Rampage. So I can't see the arms on the NSO. Is it a team timeout or is it an official? What's going on there, Melodrama?
It is a team timeout called by Inner West, and that was the jig that Rampage actually did.
Look
at me.
Right.
Team timeout.
Team timeout.
Yep, and he was running down the clock there, waiting until the last few seconds of the time between jams before calling the team timeout to maximise the break for his players. Inner West looking a bit scrappy in the end of that block. So they just need to push the reset button and get ready to play again.
That is the flairiest team timeout I've ever seen. Heads up to you, Rampage. Great work.
That's why I'm a fan page.
Ooh, fan page of the Rampage.
Truth be told, that's where I am. Crosby up against Luna Doom. Crosby mushed in the forewall there. Chevy Chase, Ginger Roger, Teratoma and Crushy Amphlex. Crosby spinning around. No problem there for her though. Whistles are going off. Nobody's really sure who got sent off. It's Teratoma for blocking out of bounds, I think.
And Crosby is through for the initial pass.
Teratoma herself only on her starting the tournament on only her third game ever, I think. So lots of players as newbies, lots of players doing a fantastic job considering their lack of experience.
Well, Melodrama, whatever Rampage said in that team timeout seemed to work. It seemed to settle down in the West, and I've come out with clear heads to play hit it and quit it 4 points.
He didn't actually say anything in that team timeout. He did it all with interpretive dance, and I feel that's how players listen best.
Meanwhile, Rory Spillmore, number 7 on the inside. A nice, easy lap to get through for lead jammer.
Velvet Whiplash trying to stay on her feet, trying to avoid the track cut. The pack is now behind them, so Velvet gets through, but unable to score any points. 4 points added to Westside.
Clinical. Still anyone's game. There's about 10 minutes to go for the first half. There is less than, we'll call that a rough 25-point lead. It is 16 to 44. My Derby maths will call it roughly 25.
And a big thank you to everyone on the streaming crew. Thank you particularly to our camera operator, OMG.
And a huge shout out to BSS Light and Audio. They are the reasons you can hear us and see us in your own lounge room. BSS.
And that was a big gap that Jack Payne crawled through on the inside line. Luna Doom, however, a couple of feet behind her, forcing that call off. Chronic Jack Payne could have called it off a bit earlier, but they're in a dominant position now.
Jack Payne's got some speed on that last turn, but she hit a little bit of a slippery patch, and there's a little... what is that? That is a uneven piece of track that I see. Is it?
It's a metal plate.
A metal plate.
And it's taped down, but every time the skaters go over it goes boom, boom.
She lost
and
a
just
little...
gives it a bit of a wobble.
Jack Payne lost a little bit of momentum there on that cover.
Each track has like 4 of them on there. Bit concerning, really. But the tape will fix it.
Tape fixes anything. Gaffer tape and WD-40 if you can't do anything with that.
Boxy Lady with a big hit to the outside. She has to try the inside line. One to beat there. Crotch Candy holding her back.
Meanwhile, Belter Scouter out for the initial. Back to the back of the pack, looking at scoring. She gets through with these. That's a 5-point jam. Yes, it is.
5-point jam, and Bonnie Doom sent to the penalty box. So that's one less blocker for Inner West. They will want to do all they can. Boxy Lady on one leg, staying inside. Terrific work there.
Great skating.
Helter Skelter, the lead jammer, calls that jam off.
Now, Belter Skelter, that is the first jam where multiple laps have been scored. That is a 9-point jam. Westside Derby just slightly increasing the lead. Inner West will need to just look at that before the lead blows out too far.
They need more interpretive dance. I'm sure there's plenty left in the tank for Rampage. Let's see if he can bust a move. Luna Doom going for the bump on the jammer line, not affecting
that is
jammer at all.
It does look like Ruby Graves Crosby got stuck on the jammer line. Great jamming there by Inner West. Who was that?
That is Luna Doom.
That is Luna Doom. Of course it is. Forcing the cut on the Crosby. That is definitely one for the highlight reel for Luna Doom.
Luna getting an assist from Chevy Chase there through the inside, 5 points.
This is Inner West. Great chance to get a couple of laps back.
Chevy Chase sent to the penalty box, so that's down to 2 blockers on there, 3 blockers.
Crosby back on track.
5 points added from Luna.
Crosby's still on the initial pass, and she gets through now. Enough time for Inner West to get one more pass and call off the jam, hit it and quit it style.
Big hit there on Luna Doom. That makes Luna lose her footing and has to call that jam before Crosby could add any points to their score.
But that is a fantastic 10-point jam for Inner West. They're not going to go down fighting without a fight. They're not going to go down at all, are they? Or are they?
Let's see. I think Rampage might go down and give a few dance moves again.
Oh, there he goes.
One can only hope. I reckon Muttley wanted to bust the move as well, but Muttley was like, oh, am I going to do it as well as Ramps?
No, definitely
Probs
not. Have a crack.
Man, I do, I do. I stand behind Ramps. I try to learn his moves. It's never enough. It's all those years of theatre. Thank you very much to the Adelaide Showgrounds for being the host venue. This is a fabulous venue.
This is the finest venue I've ever had the pleasure of watching roller derby at. We've got 5 tracks all running simultaneously.
Yeah, it's a bit hectic. Smooth tracks, big tracks, lots of space for lots of spectators. A terrific outdoor space so you can go out and have a little break from it all. Parking.
Plenty of parking.
Close to many, many, many hotels. It's a terrific venue. So thank you so much to Adelaide Showgrounds. Thank you also to Adelaide Roller Derby League for hosting the TGSS once again. 4 times they've hosted it. 4 times it's been outstanding.
It just keeps getting bigger and better every time. Back on track, the action not even close to being started as Rampage is doing a bit more flair.
Too much flair is never enough.
Can never have enough flair.
Velvet Whiplash appreciating the flair, giving some of her own.
Rory Spillmore likes the outside line, but that gets shut down pretty quickly by Inner West.
Velvet keeps looking down, going down the centre of the track there, trying the outside line now, up on the toe stops. She finds a gap on the inside.
Rory Spillmore coming around the outside, calling off the jam. She might have squeezed a few points out. Let's see, is that 3 fingers the jam ref is holding up? That is 3 points there for Rory Spillmore and Westside Derby Dolls.
Scoreboard reads 56 to the Westside Derby Dolls, 26 to Inner West. I can do the maths on that. 30 points difference.
Oh, you were all over
4.5
it.
minutes. Whew, I am practically a mathematician.
A mathematician, as I like to call it. Roller derby maths is just about rounding, I think, sometimes for me. Welcome back at Jack Payne to the jam line for Westside in the pink and blue.
Luna Doom jamming in the black. Luna driven to the outside line, tries for a gap on the inside, finds it, but not before Chronic Jack Payne gets out.
Jack Payne needs to wash off a little bit of speed before she hits that back, and there she goes. It is a fast back from Inner West.
Chronic Jack Payne gating her hips past at least one player. There's one in the box, and that's the 2 points that she gets for her efforts.
Yeah, lovely work by Jack Payne there. Squeezing those hips past, calling off the jam. Happy with 2.
And that was jam 25. There's still 3.5 minutes left on the clock. They are squeezing as many jams in as they can. It's like they're using their foot to just jam it on down and get some more in the top.
You can never have enough jams.
Foxy Lady trying to follow the other jammer through on the left. Being forced out of bounds though. Skelter squeezes through a tiny gap on the outside. Lead jammer, Westside. A forearm and a track cut being called on Westside blockers, leaving only 2 on the track. Foxy Lady looking as determined as ever.
Skelter doesn't need her blockers to make any room for her. She's going to do it all herself. She calls off the jam and she takes 3 points. There's no pass, no penalty for one of the blockers she overtook.
Someone being called for a back block there. I think it was Boxy Lady.
Just getting a bit of confirmation.
That is Boxy Lady in the penalty box there. Sent off for a back block. And that gives a power jam to Crosby. That means that Luna Doom doesn't come out as the jammer but goes on as the pivot instead.
Crosby gets a bit of a run up.
2 blockers against 4 blockers from Inner West. Crosby having a hard time getting past those blockers. Chevy Chase and Loose Cannon causing some interference for her.
Crosby gets knocked to the outside, being forced to recycle. Only just 2 blockers, and she's through now for lead jammer. Wow, out of the penalty box, 3 skaters come out. 2 for Inner West, 2 for Westside, 1 for Inner West.
Foxy Lady with the jammer start in her hand. Doesn't want to pass it to Luna Doom. Crosby has enough. Scores the 5, calls it off.
Crosby there gets a lovely bit of help from 74 Chuka. Takes the whip, calling off the jam.
Both teams now with an official review in hand. It's 1 minute 20 seconds. I suspect we're going to see another 2 jams happen. There is every chance that Inner West will call for an official review if there is any time left on that clock.
And I'd expect that call to be done with flair from Rampage.
We would be disappointed otherwise. Velvet Whiplash bouncing off the chest of Susie Contro.
Chronic Jack Payne, meanwhile, lead jammer.
Scrim Henson hoping to chase Velvet Whiplash, but unable to continue doing so. She was too far from the pack. Chronic Jack Payne into the back of Hips Don't Lies. Calls that jam off. 3 points of difference.
Yeah, nice way for Chronic Jack Payne to get those hips past that last blocker at the last minute. That is 3 points.
35 seconds left on this half. Luna Doom with the jammer panty on.
Luna Doom versus Crosby on the jammer one. The whistle's gone for an official timeout.
Inner West referee Dan Demonium not refereeing for this game, but offering to put tape on the track for us. Thank you so much to Dan Demonium.
This is an amazing chance to talk about the clinic. Have you been to the clinic yet, Melodrama?
I have.
Excellent.
They're here in Adelaide.
Fantastic.
How could you come to Adelaide and not go to the clinic?
The clinic. DA, the clinic, with a K.
That's where you go for your derby stuff, right?
Of course you do. The clinic for all your roller derby needs. Visit their shop. They do online delivery, and I do believe it is free delivery online if you order from their website, www.darkclinic with a D and a K, Dark Clinic.
Luna jousting left and right, managing to bump that blocker out of the way, and she is through with lead jammer status. 11 seconds left on the game clock for this first half. She looks to the bench. Rampage says, yeah, how you doing? Scored a points. Luna does that. Luna putting faith in her blockers there, hoping they will hold Crosby back a little bit. Luna rounding the corner for her next pass. Big battering ram there, dealt on Luna.
And Crosby is through for a 4-point pass as well.
They are 4 apiece. Taking the inside line, 8-4, 9-4.
Laura Doom there getting a 5-point pass at the end, lapping the jam.
And that brings us to half time.
Already?
Already. Scoreboard reads Westside 74 to Inner West 35, and we will be back here in about 10 minutes.
Enough time to have a cup of tea, have a chocolate from Hague's while you're there. Go online to visit all those fantastic sponsors. The Clinic, www.darkclinic with a D and a K. We'll see you in 15 minutes.
Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum Performance Redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower. You forget your numbers and you're sent back to the bench.
Bench! Put your numbers on! Get those numbers on your arm!
Let's see that again.
I have a severe sweating problem. Before I got my Spank Alley armbands, the refs were always telling me to reapply my numbers. But now, I can stay in the game.
My Spank Alley armband's second as a rope. Now I can lock up the competition. Thanks, Spank Alley.
But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll get not just 1, but 2 armbands. That's 1 for each of your arms.
Thanks, Spank Alley!
Spank Alley armbands. Get spanked.
The Clinic, Adelaide's skate and streetwear specialist, stocking a huge range of skateboards, longboards and cruisers, as well as scooters, streetwear and footwear, plus roller skates, inline skates and Heelys. The Clinic, 20 Curry Street in the city, open 7 days, or shop with us online.
I don't think it's nice you laughing. Now, if you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it.
The Arius Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum, performance redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower. You forget your numbers and you're sent back to the bench.
Bench! Put your numbers on! Get those numbers on your arms!
Let's see that again.
I have a severe sweating problem. Before I got my Spank Alley armbands, the refs were always telling me to reapply my numbers. But now, I can stay in the game.
My Spank Alley armband's second as a rope. Now I can lock up the competition. Thanks, Spank Alley.
But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll get not just one, but 2 armbands. That's one for each of your arms.
Thanks, Spank Alley!
Spank Alley armbands. Get spanked.
The Clinic, Adelaide's skate and streetwear specialist, stocking a huge range of skateboards, longboards and cruisers, as well as scooters, streetwear and footwear, plus roller skates, inline skates and Heelys. The Clinic, 20 Curry Street in the city, open 7 days, or shop with us online.
I don't think it's nice you laughing. Now, if you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it.
The Arius Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum, performance redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower. You forget your numbers and you're sent back to the bench.
Bench! Put your numbers on! Get those numbers on your arms!
Let's see that again.
I have a severe sweating problem. Before I got my Spank Alley armbands, the refs were always telling me to reapply my numbers. But now, I can stay in the game.
My Spank Alley armband's second as a rope. Now I can lock up the competition. Thanks, Spank Alley.
But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll get not just one, but 2 armbands. That's one for each of your arms.
Thanks, Spank Alley!
Spank Alley armbands. Get spanked.
The Clinic, Adelaide's skate and streetwear specialist, stocking a huge range of skateboards, longboards and cruisers, as well as scooters, streetwear and footwear, plus roller skates, inline skates and Heelys. The Clinic, 20 Curry Street in the city, open 7 days, or shop with us online.
I don't think it's nice, you laughing. Now, if you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it.
The area's platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum, performance redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower. You forget your numbers and you're sent back to the bench.
Your bench! Put your numbers on! Get those numbers on your arms!
Let's see that again.
I have a severe sweating problem. Before I got my Spank Alley armbands, the refs were always telling me to reapply my numbers. But now, I can stay in the game.
My Spank Alley armband's second as a rope. Now I can lock up the competition. Thanks, Spank Alley.
But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll get not just one, but 2 armbands. That's one for each of your arms.
Thanks, Spank Alley!
Spank Alley armbands. Get spanked.
The Clinic, Adelaide's skate and streetwear specialist, stocking a huge range of skateboards, longboards and cruisers, as well as scooters, streetwear and footwear, plus roller skates, inline skates and Heelys. The Clinic, 20 Curry Street in the city, open 7 days, or shop with us online.
I don't think it's nice, you laughing. Now, if you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it.
The Arius Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum, performance redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working.
Ah, yes. Welcome back. I hope you've had your cheese and bickies and tea and cookies. You're not going to want to get up and miss the second half of this game.
I'm disappointed that you're saying there was cookies when I had a mandarin.
What are you doing? Mandarin?
No focus.
Oh, yeah, no idea.
We've come back to the second half. Westside Derby Dolls playing Inner West Roller Derby League. Westside with the advantage there. Nearly twice as many points. Actually, more than twice as many points.
But having said that, there's only roughly 40 points in the game, which is only a couple of power jams in it. So at this stage of the game, with such a low scoring game so far, 40 points seems huge, but in the scheme of Derby, 40 points is nothing. And Melodrama have been doing some information digging in half-time. You want to know
Information or stuff you made up?
Stuff I made up.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that in a moment, as the whistle just blown for the jam to start. Rory Spillmore is just finding her helmet strap.
Luna Doom mushing in the front there, loses her footing. It's very unusual to see Luna lose her footing as often as she is, and I can only accredit that to the surface that they are playing on today.
Well, it does look like they are playing on ice.
Luna Doom celebrating with the shaky arms to actually get on through to the other side. She's the lead jammer. And we have a star pass happening to
Chronic. That is Chronic. Jack Payne, 4-2-5, doing a sensational job jamming.
Very unclear what happened there with the cuddle coming from Luna Doom. Grabbing at the captain there, Crotch Candy. Who doesn't want to grab at Crotch Candy every now and again?
Mate, there is so much Crotch Candy around here at Roller Derby 2016 TGSS Great Southern Slam.
Boxy Lady jamming for Inner West. Up against Belter Skelter now. Belter Skelter does know how to get down low. Let's see what she does for this jam. Staying quite upright there. Going around the back of Teratoma, finding the gap on the inside line there. Lane 1 not covered very well in that particular instance, and that gives her the lead jam.
Lovely work there from number 99, Belter Skelter.
Boxy Lady completes her initial pass as well. She's about half a lap behind the pace.
Belter Skelter calling off the jam, taking the points, 4 points. Bonnie Doom lines up against Crosby. Bonnie Doom having a bit of a jig, and a big shout out to all the Dooms back home watching.
Many Dooms.
Mama and Papa Doom.
And sister and brother Doom.
Many Dooms.
This is Bonnie's first jam for the tournament. This is Bonnie's first season, so she's this is probably only her third or fourth game as well, but certainly the first one as a jammer. What a way to start your debut.
The Roller Derby jammer, Cherry. No better way to
her
start
very
it.
first jam, and she's lead.
Fantastic work. Getting chased down by Crosby there. Welcome to the big league. Crosby giving a bit of hip and shoulder.
And bench manager Rampage showing a little bit of trust there, saying, yep, hit the back and then call it.
Yeah, go for
Didn't
it.
just want to call it straight away. So trusting in the blockers there. Bonnie, arms poised, calls that jam off after swinging her hips around. 1 point, Bonnie Doom. What a tremendous debut. Mama and Papa Doom are just like throwing things in the air right now. The dog is running for cover.
It all starts with one. What a great jam. First jam of the day. 1 point, Bonnie Doom.
And 1 point in that particular instance is 1.4, but also no points against. There was a jammer who was hot on her heels, and she managed to hold that back.
4-2-5, Chronic. Jamming, doing such a great job for West Side.
Hipstone Lies bracing that wall there. Crushy Amphlett using hips and using Teratoma to stop Chronic.
Chronic on the inside got a big hit. She bounces straight up.
Crushy Amphlett deceivingly strong. She's using everything she's got to stop Chronic Jack Payne. Teratoma taking Jack Payne out on the outside line. Hips and Liza recycling to the back, and in the meantime,
Hey, look out, Luna Doom.
5-point pass. Chronic still hasn't completed her initial pass. Tremendous blocking work there.
No pass, no penalty there.
That is Chronic Jack Payne's initial pass. Luna Doom getting 3 points for no pass, no penalty. And that was a very successful jam there for Inner West.
Sensational way to start the second half for us. They have come back to play and they're going to crawl it back jam by jam.
30 points the difference now. And on the jammer line we have Velvet Whiplash.
Only 30 points. What can Velvet Whiplash do against Rory Spillmore?
It's like the 7 convention here. 0-7 against 77, and then before it was 37.
Plenty of sevens. 7-7-7.
Velvet going for the outside line. A big gap there for her. You don't want to do that. She's confident on her skates.
Meanwhile, Rory Spillmore through the pack for the initial. Chasing hard.
Check out the pace on Rory.
I think Rory might have got through for a couple. Jammer ref indicating she did not.
How many points given to Inner West in this particular instance? There's some confirmation there. Jammer referee Craig just checking with the head ref.
Just waiting on.
4 points given to Velvet Whiplash.
4 on the floor.
Velvet would be definitely happy with that.
Inner West coming back.
Foxy Lady trying to mush her way through those blockers. Crushy Amplet giving a little bit of assistance there. 1 to beat. Foxy's reabsorbed by those blockers.
It's a tight pack at the moment.
Oh, Boxy gets down low on the outside, nearly gets away.
Goldilocks puts on a big hit. Goldie Blocks puts on that big hit.
Goldie giving some more. But Boxy is through. She is the lead jammer.
Meanwhile, 9-1-5. Biffy Kaleido gets sent to the penalty box.
Hips don't Liza off to the penalty box as well. Foxy Lady on her scoring pass. Has to get past Goldie Blocks though. Knocked out of bounds by Scrim Henson.
Inner West doing such a fantastic job to keep 99 Belter Skelter at bay. She hasn't got through for the initial pass yet.
Helter Skelter, of course, no slouch with the jammer star. She is able to get down low and sneak under anything that they throw at her. Foxy Lady, lots of pressure on her to call that jam off, but scores 3 points.
Smart move to call that off because Belter Skelter had just gotten through. 3 more points closer to victory comes Inner West. Can they come back?
2 blockers. 2 blockers in the penalty box though.
Ooh,
for Inner West.
Look out.
So there's a definite pack advantage.
That'll make Crosby very happy. She's sitting up on the jam line ready to go.
Bonnie Doom jamming for Inner West. It looks like Inner West have flipped to a 4 jammer rotation. They initially started off with 3, and that being Luna Doom, Velvet Whiplash and Boxy Lady, and now they've added Bonnie Doom to the mix.
Inner West have come out to play the defensive team. Their defensive structure is tight.
That's 2 for 2 for Bonnie Doom.
Bonnie
Lead
Doom.
jammer. Let's see her add some points if she can.
Meanwhile,
remember, you get 1 for every player on the...
Call it off, will she? Yes, she does. Crosby comes around, does... Oh, Crosby, great skating. Crosby sneaks.
Terrific pace
3
there.
points on the inside. That is fantastic skating by Crosby.
So a net advantage of 1 point to Inner West. They are it's inching their way to...
Closer and closer.
Like someone just stick their neck out a little bit more.
Luna Doom, what can she do this jam? She's up against Rory Spillmore in the pink and blue.
And a timeout called for Westside Derby Dolls.
So, Melodrama, I've got a new Derby crush.
Tell me about your Derby crush.
Chronic Jack Payne, number 425. She's had the Jammer Star on for Westside for...
She's got the glitter on her face, right?
She's definitely got the glitter on her face, but it turns out that only last January broke her spine in 2 places.
No.
Yeah, she did.
How is that even possible?
And she's back on skates and she's jamming and she's doing a cracking job jamming.
You know, that's a coincidence because her name sounds very similar to Chronic Back pain.
I know.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Sensational, but Chronic. Not only is She's doing a fantastic job just being on track.
What an athlete! Who does that?
She's absolutely killing it, jamming. She was
Definitely a force.
She's a born jammer. That is just sensational. Chronic by name, chronic by nature.
That is impressive.
2 places. How do you come back from that? I break a fingernail, I'm out for a week.
But it's the spectacular way you do that.
Yeah, absolutely
Okay.
works. So back on track.
So just a bit of feedback there from OMG, our camera operator. Apparently the scoreboard is not working at the moment for the feed. So we will keep you updated. In the meantime, Rory Spilmore out in front, about to hit the pack. She's only got 3 to beat, pardon me. Didn't see Chevy Chase.
She gets knocked out and she gets called.
3 points added.
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
Where did those 3 come from? 1 in the back there, from 1 in the penalty box.
Now I need to stand up and twist my neck a little bit around to update the score. It is now Inner West 58, clutching back.
Oh, it's all good. We don't need to crane around.
I was going to have chronic neck pain for a second there, but meanwhile, chronic jack pain is cranking. She's loving the being out there. She's dancing around 4-2-5. Chronic, almost the star for Westside Derby Dolls, jamming at the moment.
Velvet Whiplash on the track, jamming for Inner West. Brought to her knees, but she tries for the outside line and gets the lead jammer status. Chronic jack pain caught behind a persistent wall of Inner Westies. Lee Rex holding her back.
Chronic get jack pain finally through. Will Inner West hit it and quit it?
I guess they will, you know.
Let's have a look. Yes, they do.
Bench manager Rampage signalled something there. It looked like an O to me, but I think it was, oh goodness, you did well there.
Oh my God. Velvet Whiplash, you're amazing. There's another 4 points. Sorry, no, that was only 3. It must have been a...
She didn't quite get her hips past that last player before calling it off.
It looks so close from here, but the referee's right. On that corner, referee's in the best position to make the call.
Helter Skelter down low. Boxy Lady not quite as low, but still ridiculously low, really.
Get down low and go. That's what you do on fire, and that's what you do here on track. The track is on fire at the moment. Belter Skelter struggling to get through.
As is Boxy Lady, both of them going line to line.
Now I'm just going to call it here melodrama. Inner West seem to have the momentum in the last 3 or 4 jams.
They do model themselves on the Mighty Ducks. It's a little bit heart-stopping because they do like to leave things to the last minute. Doesn't always work out in their favour, of course.
Belter Skelter has different ideas. She's come out as lead jammer. Looks like she's got some chronic and jack pain at the moment. She's clutching it back. She might have got a low block there, a low hit to the back. It's a very fast pack led by Inner West.
Lioness offering the butt. Big hit there by Chevy Chase. Hello to Chevy's family as well. 2 points, but 2 points grabbed by Boxy Lady.
That is sensational chasing there by Foxy. Never giving up. Happy with 2 points. That's a draw result in the points.
Inner West must have had a little bit of Gatorade or something at half time.
If that's Gatorade, I want some of whatever they're having. They have come out fire. It would have been a little bit flair from Rampage that revved them up at halftime, I'd suggest.
Maybe Wheat Bix.
Wheat Bix of flair. So that was just a score double check. Just checking that it was, in fact, 2 points all on
All
that last
things in
jam.
place. Thank you to Spank Alley. Spank Alley have onesies and hoodies and compression tights and T-shirts and Chicks in Bowls merch and all the things that you need.
As well as the supplier of most of these armbands. All these girls are sporting the Velcro wetsuit style armbands.
Westside with the 4-2 advantage in the pack. Linda Doom going to the outside, or starting at the outside, faking to the inside. In the meantime, Crosby with 2 to beat does so.
Crosby, elite jammer for Westside. What can she do? She's being chased down by Luna Doom.
2 Westside blockers sent to the penalty box. That means they will start with a 2-blocker pack.
Westside calling off the jam. Happy with 3 points for that jam. This is what Westside do. They just get it jam by jam. They get 2 or 3 jams in a row and then shift the change of the momentum of the game.
Both teams short on blockers. 3 for Inner West, 2 for Westside. But the extra Inner West blocker, Chevy Chase, is standing in the penalty box.
Slow start for Rory Spilmore as she gets stuck behind some heavy traffic.
Push to the outside there by Crushing Airfoot.
Rory Spilmore on the outside deals with that immense pressure. She's lead jammer for Westside in the pink and blue.
Bonnie Doom striding on the inside there. She is through on her initial pass. Rory Spilmore will be keeping an eye on her though. Bonnie is an unknown force and she gets...
Rory Spilmore looks to the bench. She calls it that was a bit of a late call by Rory Spilmore. Pretty sure Inner West would have got a couple there.
3.
Lovely.
3, in fact, 3 to 4.
Was that Bonnie Doom jamming there?
It certainly was. Terrific effort there by Bonnie.
Gee, she's on fire. She came around that corner so super fast. Great chase. 4-2-5. Chronic. Jack Payne.
You know, I looked up and my eyes nearly fell out of my head watching the 2 benchies, Rampage and Bernie Ouchie, and I'm using inverted commas here, dancing.
Is that what we call it?
Dancing. Inner Westies are keen to get out on the track so they don't have to sit on the bench watching the dancing.
Vilbert Weblash comes out lead jammer. Chronic chasing hard.
Inner West setting a pace. Westside getting to the front. Velvet wanting to go to the outside. Can't get any points there, I don't think.
Chronic, Jack Payne looking to the jam ref, suggesting she might have got squeezed 2 out of that. Jam ref not having anything. 0 points there for Westside, Debbie Dole.
Westside did a very good job in stopping Inner West from putting any points on the board as well. But Muttley calling an official review. I'd like to call an official review and see that dancing again.
Dancing.
This official review is so serious that we are sending in a commentator.
Oh, this is fantastic. So, will that review be about the 2 points that Chronic Jack Payne possibly may have thought she got? Muttley in the middle there for Westside, doing a great job.
Yeah, but what are Westside doing over on the bench? What is it with that bench?
Oh, they are on fire.
My goodness, with the...
Westside's got a few fans in the crowd sporting the pink and blue, and they're doing a little bit of a dance to their crowd and supporters. Nice to see.
You're so generous when you say that.
Speaking of generous, how generous is this magnificent Adelaide Showgrounds Wavell Pavilion? This fantastic track the Adelaides have organised, the Adelaide Roller Derby, one of the finest venues for roller derby I've ever been a part of. 5 different tracks, 3 different days, 5 tracks simultaneously, 45 teams. It is the biggest, largest roller derby tournament in the world.
Did you know?
No.
Adelaide Roller...
Tell me.
Well...
What did I know?
Adelaide Roller Derby League have put in a bid for the World Cup.
Are you kidding me?
I'm totally serious.
The World Cup?
The World Cup.
That is amazing.
With the world.
The world, the whole world.
There'll be a cup.
Speaking of the world, we are lucky enough to this tournament to have the number 1 team in Australia, WSDD.
Oh, yes, them. I've heard about them.
Yes, apparently so. Now, we've been privileged enough to see a little bit of that. And apparently, if you listen to the WSDD rankings, they are the 2nd ranked team in the entire world.
They can't play the World Cup, though.
No, they cannot.
Not until Victoria secedes and becomes its own country.
Oh, righto. So, the Australian team.
Australian team.
Plays the World Cup.
Just saying. World Cup.
You mean Victoria's not a country on its own?
Not yet.
Oh, dear.
We're going to work on Queensland first.
Yeah, no hope. No hope. This timeout's going for a little bit longer than anticipated, so all the Westside Derby dolls that were dancing are now just sitting down relaxing. I thought Queensland should take on the world as well. Don't be like that. Queensland, it's a lovely place, Queensland. It's a little bit warmer than it is through Adelaide at the moment.
The inside of my fridge is warmer than Adelaide at the moment.
I had a 6-pack of beer I left out on the counter yesterday, and it was icy cold, but I went to drink it. How good's that?
Not surprised.
Yes, I'm come down here all the way from Cairns, North Queensland, where we get cold if it gets to 20 overnight.
I think we'd all be sweating if it got to 20 or anywhere near 20 right now.
I don't own a pair of long pants. I had to buy a pair of long pants just to come down to this tournament. Meanwhile, back on track.
I wish you'd just put them on. Belter Skelter jamming for West Side Rollers.
Oh, and big hit on a Belter Skelter. I'm not sure who initiated that hit, but Belter Skelter went down.
Crushy Amplet having to let Belter Skelter through.
But Belter Skelter just bounced back off the floor like it was made of rubber. Lee Jammer, West Side.
Doom having to get down low to get past those blockers.
Susie Quantrill gets knocked to the floor and cops a smack as well. She's just got herself a penalty and she'll be spending 30 seconds in the penalty box.
4 points added to the glory though.
Roughly a 30-point differential at the moment. Inner West came out firing after half-time. Got a couple of jams under the belt, but West Side Derby seem to have settled and has switched momentum just slightly.
We have a full penalty box at the moment. 2 and 2 from each side. Foxy Lady going for the 5th blocker, but gets knocked out for her troubles. Goldie sending her to the inside of the track. She's now got Kapow and Goldie to get past.
And Crosby through on the inside for Westside.
Lioness giving a little bit of an assistance to Boxy, pulling the no pack. And she finally gets through. Chevy Chase rejoining the track.
And Crosby putting some points on the board. She's just got one more blocker to get rid of. Will she call the jam? No, she wants to go. No, she does not. She calls off the jam at the last minute. Tries to soak up a little bit of time.
4 points added to Westside's score. Lioness hoping to help the jam referee there. She saw 4 points.
She saw 4 points and she's telling everyone.
She doesn't want to interfere with your work there, but she would find it a good idea if you said 4 points as well.
Very helpful, Lioness.
Jam referee says no.
Righto, welcome back, Rory Spilmore, to the West Side Jammer line.
And the cheering there from West Side bench was that they had elapsed 100 points.
Still roughly only 30 points in it as my Derby mass, but Rory Spilmore looks to have just put on... I know that was her initial pass. Rory Spilmore just comes out lead jammer. My apologies.
Linda Doom not far behind her though, putting on the pressure there. Rory Spilmore, no points added, but no points given.
Ooh. Called that off a little early, possibly. She tried to get the hips past. Is that a premature call-off?
Perhaps. Inner West camping on the jam line there. Laying claim.
A little bit more flair. Almost a flare off and a dance off between the two benchies. Meanwhile, Chronic back on track, jamming for Westside in the pink and blue.
Chronic finds the gap that Bonnie Doom was looking for. Chronic is out and lead.
Chronic is on fire with a jammer star.
Bonnie Doom gets up through the inside. She is half a lap behind.
Watch for an early call-off. There's a magnificent apex jump. Oh, the crowd goes wide. Chronic, hands in the air, celebrating. That is a sensational apex jump on the inside. Takes the points, calls off the jam. That is a 5-point grand slam, well earned by Chronic. Who says she's got a sore back? A little bit of sticky tape on the back. Chronic, she's right to go. It's only a couple of injuries there.
Luna Doom ducking to the inside there. Only has her own blocker, loose cannon, to get past. She's the jammer now.
Now this could be a good opportunity for Luna Doom to put some points on the board. Westside hasn't got out of the pack yet.
Loose cannon getting down low, being braced by Ginger Roger.
Oh, lovely work on the outside by Luna Doom. You are lead jammer and a whole lap ahead. There's a 5-point grand slam.
Come on, Luna. There's a power jam for a multiplayer block.
Oh, Belter Skelter number 99 takes a seat, which gives Luna Doom a great chance to put a few more points on the board. Luna Doom on the inside gets smashed. Who was that? That was 114. Crotch Candy, correct. Big hit, Crotch Candy.
Luna having to smash through the middle of Crotch Candy and the other blocker.
Oh, Luna Doom on the outside pirouettes artistically around. There's another 5 points. It's a 10-point jam so far. 3 or 4 more laps. Oh, Luna Doom.
Luna gets on through for another pass, nearly another pass.
Luna
she has to recycle back behind the blockers.
Oh no, Crotch Candy's going to make a recycle all the way back. Oh, Belter Skelter back on track, catches Inner West slightly sleeping there and gets through for the initial pass. No points.
That jam working well for the Inner West, 15 points, bringing them 24 points away from West Side.
That was a 15-point jam. They're only 24 points down. 2 more of those, they're going to hit the lead. Can they do it, Inner West?
It's a pretty big ask. Just when you say, 2 more of those.
1 or 2.
That's big.
Should be all right. No, they can do it. They should be all right.
All right, then. I'm sure they can.
Number 77, Velvet Whiplash. She says she can. She tries to bludgeon her way through. She looks at the gap on the outside. Is she going to get lead?
She seems to be trying.
She got shut down there from Goldie Blocks. Goldie Blocks finally out of play.
Velvet does get lead, though. She's going to try to score the points and call it off.
Here we go.
That was certainly the signal from bench manager Rampage.
Here we go,
See
Velvet.
how many she can grab before calling it.
Oh, good
Couldn't
call.
quite get to her hips.
No. I was going to say that was a good call there, but it might have been a little bit late. We do have a skater, but forced out of bounds. Got a pretty hard hit. The skater's take a knee. That was a pretty big hit. Just waiting for the confirmation of a number so I can tell you which skater that was. Medics are on site. Doesn't look like to be a major injury, but we'll get back to you on that. Gives us the chance to talk about this fantastic game so far. Melodrama, how have you seen the action unfold?
It's been an amazing tournament. Inner West is my little league. We're a tiny little league who's getting bigger and bigger.
And by the way, you guys are skating very professionally run too.
Do you think it's the dance lessons that's paying off?
I think it is. I absolutely think it is.
Yeah.
Interpretive dance.
We do have some pretty tight moves.
And some pretty tight pants by Rampage's style by the looks at the moment.
Oh no, they're baggy for him. You should see him in his tights.
Sparkles?
Sparkly tights. You might get to see them tonight at the after party.
I'd be disappointed if I didn't.
I've seen the outfits that bench manager Bernie Ouchie and the blocker Ginger Roger have put together, and I've got to say, if you weren't planning on coming to that after party, you need to change your mind, because those outfits are going to be spectacular.
Now, around the ground at the moment, I've seen these box bum seats. Can you tell me about anything? What
my
are
goodness. It's like a pizza box that you put your bum in. They're made by Vizzy boxes, and you sit on the cardboard bit and it stops your bum from getting cold, which is handy for this Adelaide on the concrete weather.
It does look like it's got a fold-out backrest as well.
Yeah, so you can lean out behind you and you've got that lower back support. They're absolutely fantastic, and they just fold up. Chuck them under your arm and you're off in the car.
Tell you what, from Visi Boxes and More, is there anything they can't do?
I think not.
Tell you what though, I reckon they could possibly improve on them just by a little bit if they added cup holders.
I think that's in the deluxe model.
Oh, the deluxe box model.
Make those inquiries, Mr. Mayhem. I'm sure all things are possible.
No, I'm going to get onto it. I think that's a great idea. Visi Boxes and More, I'm going to copyright that. The bum seat with a cup holder. That's a Mr. Mayhem original.
Mr. Mayhem. Mr. Mayhem's cup and bum holder.
Oh, cup and bum. Or bum and cup.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
It's about priority, isn't
I
it?
suppose, you're right.
Do you say it first because it's most important? Do you say it last so it's the best remembered?
Oh, it's a bit of both, bum and cup.
Hard to know. Who else have we got?
Well, we've got Nikki Wallace Design.
What do they do?
They designed the website. And how good is the website? Keeping us up to date.
It's pretty good.
On all.
I do enjoy reading my love letters there.
Oh, my God. You get love letters?
From them, I do.
Oh, my God. Actually.
Do you think they're from Nikki Wallace?
Well, I've got a couple myself, and I thought I was a bit special, but obviously not.
You are special. You're just not unique.
Oh, I am super special. Meanwhile, a little bit of update on...
Chuka is looking a lot better than she did a minute ago.
It is
She's getting up on her feet.
Number 74, Chuka from Westside Derbies, is back on skate. She's just got the wind knocked out of her. She's getting a huge round of applause from the crowd. I'm smacking my hand on the bench too. Well done, Chuka. She's taken a hard hit and she's up. No apparent injury.
Thank you so much to St John's Ambulance for attending this tournament. There's been a small army of St John's Ambos coming along and making sure everyone is okay. So thank you to them. They're all volunteers, you know.
Are they? They've
True story.
done a fantastic job.
They get paid as much as we do.
Fantastic. Well, I'm getting paid about the same as them.
They probably earned it.
I think absolutely. Unlike myself.
I'm with you, brother.
I might have to give something back by the end of this tournament.
They'll send us a bill through the love letters.
Thanks, Nikki Wallace. Appreciate your website support.
With any luck, we'll be able to pay them with bum and cup holders.
Mr. Mayhem branded bum and cup holders. So the crowd goes wild. The crowd stands up, gives the Westside Derby Dolls number 74 Chuka a huge round of applause. She's a tough Chuka, that one.
And the whistle misread by Boxy Lady. She thought it was all go, and it's actually just like, yeah, we're about to start. She's like, really? Okay, 5 seconds then. Okay.
We've got about 9 minutes to go for the rest of this half, which is the rest of the game. And we've
the
got
rest
about
of the tournament for these two teams.
Oh, it is too, yes.
Boxy Lady still caught behind a wall of reforming jammers.
Rory Spillmore, number 7 for the Pink and Blues, ready for a scoring pass.
Boxy Lady lost the toe stop, I believe. She will be looking for a star pass.
We don't need toe stops. You just need to go fast. Don't worry about stopping.
Rory Spillmore obviously not paying attention there. Didn't notice that the jammer was completely incapacitated. She could have kept skating on and on, but didn't, calling that jam off.
Just goes to show Westside are just so in the zone of hit it and quit it. Get 4 points, call it off, and get another 4 points. Stop Inner West from scoring anything. Oh, Rampage is in the middle. What is going on, Melodrama?
He's probably looking for more fan pages.
Not as much flair as I'd like.
But look at that smile.
It is $1 million smile. He obviously doesn't indulge in the Haig's chocolate.
Oh, my goodness. Do you think if we talked about Haig's more, they would send more chocolate?
Oh, Haig's. Send more chocolate,
goodness,
Haig's.
I'm changing my name to Haig.
Oh, my God.
Mellow Haig.
Mellow Haig. Mr. Haig and a little bit of mayhem. With a bum and cup holder.
Haig Mayhem's bum and cup holder.
And our friends at Cove Print, they are the fantastic people that have given me all this information I'm allowed to read and all the signage around the room. Cove Print. Thank you, Cove Printing, for all our TGSS printing needs.
Who else you got?
Oh, we've got heaps. We got Physio Fit. This is Adelaide's official physio provider. And by the look of the Adelaides, they are super fit. So if you go and see Physio Fit and ask to be, I just want to be like a Adelaide, I reckon Physio Fit will sort you out. It looks like a bit of hard work and sweat and tears needed. Just on track at the moment.
Probably Jack Payne would cheer to anything, wouldn't she?
I'm not sure if any of that noise is bleeding through the microphone, but the cheer squad is giving Westside some cheers, and Chronic is just...
no, that was Inner West, in fact.
Was it
that
really?
was Inner West cheering, where do you put it? And the answer coming back was in your West.
Really? Inner West?
That's why Chronic Jack Band had arms in the air going, I like a good chant.
Wow. Which has answered the age-old question, where do you put it?
In your West.
In the West. Now, I'm a bit short of an after-party uniform, so I think I might even go and visit the Hellcat clothing store for a couple of sparkly, glittery accessories for my 1980s prom night tonight.
It's the WSDD 1980s prom night.
Ooh, the WSDD. Gee, they make some good skates, WSDD. Meanwhile, Chronic Jack Payne are jamming for Westside. What can she pull out of the box this time?
Luna Doom trying for the outside line, finds a gap, and she is the lead jammer.
Plenty of time, more than 7 minutes to go. There's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 more jams in it. What can Inner West pull out?
Chronic Jack Payne bouncing off loose cannon. Managing to get on through. Luna Doom on the knees calls that jam off. 4 points added to Inner West's score.
4 points closer to victory, Inner West.
7.5 minutes to go. 34 points the difference. No, it's not. It's 24 points.
24 points.
My goodness, Inner West just made 10 points right there.
Hey, there you go. 24 points the difference. This is Derby Mass here at the 2016 Great Southern Slam. If I had 3 beers and I gave you 2, how many beers would we have left, Melodrama? 5.
I don't drink beer.
None, because I wouldn't give you a beer to start with. I'd have 3 and you'd have a black eye. Let's keep going. We're back on track. We've got plenty of action. We've got a couple of skaters on the outside.
Bonnie Doon trying to make her way through. She is yet to complete her initial pass.
And that looks like Belter Skelter. Welcome back to the Jammer line, or the Jammer Star.
2 blockers off the track for Inner West. Lioness going to the box. Hips Don't Lie is going to the box. Bonnie Doom has completed her initial pass, but there are only 2 Inner West blockers to hold back Belter Skelter.
So Belter Skelter's happy with the 4 points for this jam.
Which is lucky for Inner West. I think if Belter Skelter kept going, that would have been a problem.
So 6 minutes to go.
Inner West still only 2 blockers on the track. Perhaps that was why they called it off so quickly, to make sure the blockers were still in the penalty box.
I love your tactical insight there, Melodrama.
I'm making things up.
Oh, it sounds amazing. You sound so professional.
Mayhem, I read it.
Do you?
I don't even write it.
Oh, fantastic. Meanwhile, we've got Inner West. She comes out firing. That is Crosby. 127 calling off the jam.
And Ginger Roger on the way to the penalty box. That means that, again, another start with only 2 blockers on the track for Inner West.
Crosby got a bit of pressure there, so she felt she needed to call off the jam so she didn't leak any points. I can now read mine, so that's exactly what she thought.
I could hear a little bit of it. Official timeout called. Rampage looking for a date there. Takes Lee for a walk. Everyone looking at Lee Rex, feeling a little bit jealous. I know I am. Muttley says, "You held her hand. Why won't you hold mine?"
Yes, that's very nice to see. 2 benchies giving each other a hug. Muttley and Rampage.
Makes you want to be a bench manager, doesn't it?
It does. It does. I'm not sure if I've got enough flair to be a bench manager, though.
You can work on it.
I think I need something sparkly from Hellcat Clothing, and I might be somewhere in the realm.
They would totes hook you up, you know. They've been a very proud sponsor of TGSS. We are grateful for this.
West Side there, starting a lovely chant in the bench.
Raja Do.
What was it?
Raja Do.
Raja Do.
Raja Do.
Right, okay. What does that mean?
I don't know.
But it sounds cool.
Raja Do.
Righto, Rage on. Rage on for West Side. Can they stay a hold of this lead?
Crushy Amphlett, the only blocker on the track at that time. Hips Don't Lie's now with her. And that, of course, possible because you can have a jammer standing and a jammer sitting behind them in the penalty box.
Rory Spillmore for West Side, and the pink and blue comes through for a 5-point jam. That's going to make it a little bit harder for Inner West.
Chevy Chase joining Hips Don't Lies on the track. Crushy Amphlett swapping into the penalty box. It's these penalties that is going to be the badness for Inner West. Wow, I need a thesaurus.
The badness. Oh, I love it. I'm not going to point out any badness here.
Wait a second, I have some lollies. Let me put them in my mouth.
Oh my
goodness, they are Haig's chocolates.
Oh my God. Thank you, Haig's, for supplying all the magnificent chocolates.
And you know, the best thing is about those chocolates, they just bounce across the floor as they fall out of your mouth, don't they?
That's because it's frozen, because they're in the Adelaide fridge, which is
Adelaide.
the Wavell Pavilion, the showgrounds, the home of the 2016 Great Southern Slam. Meanwhile, Chronic is out.
Bonnie Doom, though, in the meantime, marching on through, using that leg pain. Leg pain?
Jack Payne.
Oh, it's
Chronic
all
Jack
over for
Payne.
me, isn't it?
Here we go. Chronic Jack Payne's just completed a 5-point Grand Slam.
Track cut given to Bonnie Doom. So she's going to have 30 seconds in the penalty box.
That's not what Inner West wants.
Now,
but
Chronic Jack Payne, interestingly enough, just flashed the crowd. Now, firstly, why aren't we sitting there? Secondly, that is in fact a uniform violation.
Ooh. She's got a few fans in the crowd, Chronic, as she comes around for another 5-point pass. This is going to be hurting Inner West, who desperately doesn't want to bleed these points. Chronic Jack Payne just got called for a cut track penalty.
Mr. Mayhem, quickly stand up. Stand up. You can flash her as she goes past. She won't expect it.
Righto, Chronic Jack Payne.
Chronic Jack Payne.
Oh, no.
She wouldn't even look.
She's focused.
So I believe it was 2 years ago at the last TGSS.
Yes.
At a game.
Righto.
I can't remember who was playing. One of the players did give a flash to the crowd.
Ooh.
The crowd went wild. I was in that crowd, and let me assure you, I went wild. And then Harry Spotter called her for a uniform violation.
Oh, that is very unsportsmanlike, Harry Spotter.
The entire pavilion started chanting, Harry Spotter hates fun.
Couple of big hits on the outside. That is, Bonnie Doom was on the receiving end, but she's got straight back up, and that was an illegal hit by 915.
And you see a little bit of lack of experience there with Bonnie. She could have got straight back up and skated straight on, but she just wanted to make sure she wasn't doing a track cut.
Speaking of flashing the crowd, I called a game earlier. I can't remember the name of the league, but I called a skater Boobs McDougs as her roller derby name. So it was boobs on the inside, boobs on the outside. Everybody likes side boob. Crowd went wild for boobs.
And we've got a penalty. Wow, I've run out of words.
That's a penalty.
All my words.
It is an absolute penalty.
Biffy Kaleido has had 7 penalties, so she fouls out of the game.
That is just one too many.
There's only a minute 47 left.
Whoa, where does time go? It's eating that Haig's chocolate is what I'll be doing.
Oh my goodness, yes. 41 points the difference. Not impossible, I might add. I have seen a game where Inner West was behind by 16 points. There was, I think it was like 12 seconds left on the clock. Inner West got lead, called the jam off with like 2 seconds left on the clock. Then came the timeout, 30 more seconds.
One more jam.
Luna Doom in the jammer spot. Had to make 17 points to win. How is that even possible?
How is it even possible?
17 points in one jam?
Done.
Done.
Oh, true professional Luna Doom.
Don't think it's going to happen here.
Well, you can always hold out. Inner West are holding out. I reckon
41 points seems like a big ask.
it does seem like a big ask, but they start with a power jam because Chronic Jack Payne is in the bench.
Not for a uniform violation.
Not for a uniform violation. I think it was a cut track penalty on the outside.
All of these referees love fun.
They love fun. We have a very fun...
They love fun. They are the funnest of the fun crew.
It is a very fun referee, fun NSO and fun commentary team that we have here on a track 2 at the Wavels.
I find you fun.
Oh, thank you. I think you're fun too.
Thank you.
Oh, we're going to have fun together at the after party.
Who doesn't love an after party?
The WSDD after party, the home of fun.
Linda Doom charging on the inside. She's having fun too. She is the lead jammer. Ginger Rogers sent to the penalty box, making the pack a little bit smaller.
And Rampage just says, go, 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 go hard. Luna Doom, time is against you. Skate hard. And turn left.
The blocker and the jammer from Westside are standing in the penalty box. Less than... Oh, Luna Doom, track cut, not happy. That's a disappointment with her own mistake there, but it is a mistake.
Oh, meanwhile, Chronic back out of the penalty box, comes round, passes her initial pass. She'll want to put a couple of points home for her own personal tally. I think it might be too late for Inner West, but...
Blockers brace there. Big hit from Chevy Chase.
Oh, Jack Payne on the inside. Pirouettes at his Chronic move on the inside. That's a 5-point Grand Slam pass.
Westside trying to hold back Vixen Vaporizer. Not able to do so. A little bit of an assist there. Chevy gets out on the outside. Tries to stop.
Oh, Chronic on the outside. Chronic on the in. That is another 5-point pass. It's a 10-point jam so far to Westside.
Luna back on the track and she has... added 5 more points to the score. Chronic Jack Payne doing much the same thing.
Chronic.
Track cut called on Chronic Jack Payne. She knew it. She went out on her own. She just copped it sweet straight away. Why,
and she comes past the commentary box and just nods.
5 points added to Luna Doom's score. This jam sitting at 10 points to Westside. 10 points to Inner West.
Oh.
Luna brought to her knees.
Goldie blocks, putting on a big hit.
There. Crotch Candy also blocking equally heavy. And that jam coming to its end.
Final whistle.
Kapow with a massive hit to finish the game. And just to remind you who has been playing today: Hips Don't Lies, Vixen Vaporizer, Ginger Roger, Boxy Lady, Luna Doom, Ruby Menace, Loose Cannon, Chevy Chase, Bonnie Doom, Lee Rex, Crushy Amplet, Velvet Whiplash, Teratoma Lioness. On the bench, Rampage and Bernie Ouchie. And in the support crew, Mama and Papa Doom.
Oh, heads out to Mama and a Papa Doom for Inner West. But the Westside Derby Dolls are about to do a lap of honour. They've got Rory Spilmore, Crotch Candy, Crosby, Wills and Smash, Susie Cointreau, Scrim Henson, who's rocking that animal helmet, by the way, Sadistic Smell, one of the star jammers, Chronic Jack Payne, one of my favourites. Murderface wasn't on today. Chuka with a big hit there, recovered nicely. Goldie blocks Kapow, Billy Kaleido, and probably their lead jammer, number 99, Belter Skelter.
And of course, Muttley on the bench for them. The final score: Westside Derby Dolls, too good for Inner West, 142 beating 105. My name is Melodrama.
And I've been a Mr. Mayhem.
Thank you so much for watching.
The Aries Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Aries Platinum, performance redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower. You forget your numbers and you're sent back to the bench.
Your bench! Put your numbers on! Get those numbers on your arms!
Let's see that again.
I have a severe sweating problem. Before I got my Spank Alley armbands, the refs were always telling me to reapply my numbers. But now, I can stay in the game.
My Spank Alley armband's second as a rope. Now I can lock up the competition. Thanks, Spank Alley.
But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll get not just one, but 2 armbands. That's one for each of your arms.
Thanks, Spank Alley!
Spank Alley armbands. Get spanked.
The Clinic, Adelaide's skate and streetwear specialist, stocking a huge range of skateboards, longboards and cruisers, as well as scooters, streetwear and footwear, plus roller skates, inline skates and Heelys. The Clinic, 20 Curry Street in the city, open 7 days, or shop with us online.
I don't think it's nice you laughing. Now, if you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it.